There's an accident on the freeway that has a body of just 12 days. Just bring it up. Just call now. Let's shoot the That's right. 2 minutes of explosions just well as that car. Also, no one seems to have predicted this, so it's hard to know where it's heading. Chances are
it's time to take back control of your mind so that you can take back your life. What controls your attention controls your life.
For an ambitious entrepreneur, this is your time of greatest opportunity.
The national economy, what's going on in world affairs, does not have to become your personal reality. Let others lead small lives, but not you. Have it be said of you that you did the best you could with what you had. Now is the time to do something different. No matter what your past has been, you have a spotless future. I'm telling you, the beliefs that you have about your potential, the beliefs of what you can and can't do, what you're good at and not good at, are made up. My challenge to you is this: make now your turning point. This moment, what you have accomplished so far is only a fraction of what's truly possible for you. You are far more powerful, capable, and gifted than you allow yourself to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, publisher of Success Magazine, Darren Hardy.
Okay, good morning. So I'm here to talk about success, your success. So the first thing I want to do is clear up one of the biggest myths that I see as it relates to success. If you can throw the slides up here, that'd be awesome. You there? And that is this. How many people here had a very nice, normal, happy childhood? Anybody here? Show of hands? Okay. Yeah, well, good for you. Really.
Good for you.
My childhood sucked. My parents divorced when I was 18 months old, and my mother didn't want me, so she just handed me over to my father. As a matter of fact, when the doctor first told her that she was pregnant with me, she got angry. And then when I was born, she was generally just disinterested. And so she just handed me over to my father. My mother was just one of those kind of women who never really wanted to be a mother, and thankfully for me, she admitted it to herself and just released me over to my dad. Now, my father was only 23 years of age when I was born, and he had just moved from the San Francisco Bay Area to what seemed like the middle of nowhere, Albuquerque, New Mexico, to take obviously not nowhere, to take a job as an underpaid, overworked university football coach. So it was just he and I out there by ourselves, and he was just trying to figure out this parenting thing all by himself. So you can see here that his parenting strategy was to shove me in the corner of a couch, barricade me with pillows, put headphones on my head to try to keep me quiet, right? That stunned look I have on my face, I had that most of my childhood.
Really?
Now, my father was not necessarily the nurturing type, you might say. As a matter of fact, it was well known around our household that you kind of had to fend for yourself. My father was a muscle-bound alpha male, and we affectionately kind of referred to him around our household as a bit Neanderthal. So if you've never seen The Missing Link, this is what it looks like here. And my father parented like he coached, which meant there was no whining, no crying, no excuses, lots of yelling, lots of cursing. As a matter of fact, do you remember the movie Full Metal Jacket? Okay, Sergeant Gunnery, that was my father, but in short 1970 coaching shorts. As a matter of fact, he was famous or infamous for one of his coaching philosophies, and that was no matter how hurt a player got on the field, they were not allowed to come out of the game. So one time, this linebacker just gets creamed in the middle of the field, wobbles to the sideline, begs my dad to come out of the game, and he pulls his face mask and yells, "Not unless you're showing bone!" And he pulled back his shoulder pad, and out from his neck skin was sticking his collarbone. So anytime us kids wanted to stay home from school because we were sick, he'd yell from the other side of the house, "Not unless you're showing bone," and we'd have to drag our sorry butts out to school. So when I was 4 years of age, he married my stepmonster. I did not mispronounce that. And they went on to have 2 other children. And because in her eyes I was of the other woman, she did anything she possibly could to try to ostracize me from the family. I was literally a redheaded stepchild.
Wow.
And you can also see that my father cut my hair, which I think I suffer more emotional trauma from than anything else. Today, I stand before you because of this dysfunctional childhood is the reason why I believe today I'm the very functioning achiever that I have become. Because I had to get over these issues of abandonment is the reason why I'm vigorously self-reliant. Because I grew up under a Neanderthal university football coach is the reason why I'm so driven and self-motivated. Because in our household you had to achieve in order to get any attention or any love is the reason why I'm so goal-oriented and motivated. You see, these were the muscles that I built. You know how you build a muscle, right? You put it under incredible strain and stress, repeated strain and stress. What you're actually doing is tearing the muscle fiber. You're destroying the muscle fiber, but then in rest and recovery, it grows back bigger than it was before. So it were these experiences that built the muscles so that I can do the extraordinary things that ordinary people that have not had this training can do themselves. So I guess my first message to you is I hope that your childhood sucked too. And that you see this as your new philosophy, that your adversity is your advantage. You have not developed wounds from your past, you have developed muscles that exercise now allow you to do the extraordinary things that people who had a happy, normal, nice childhood might not be able to do just as well. So that's the first message. Now, what I want to talk to you about in the next few minutes is how to ignite the compound effect. So this is a book that I wrote that has had a big impact, but I want to sort of talk about a few of the principles that will help ignite it for you. Create a system so that you might be able to take some of these principles, apply it into that system, and it will start producing results in your life. So that's what I'm here to try to convey to you in this short period of time. When I wrote this book, it was not designed to be a national bestseller. A lot of people ask me, why did you write this book? It was when we first founded Success Magazine, and I was looking at the world and society around us, and I wrote it, frankly, because I was pissed off. I see a real injustice happening in our culture, in our society. When we are constantly being bombarded with ever-increasingly sensational claims to get rich, get fit, get younger, get sexier, all overnight with very little effort for only 3 easy payments of $39.95. And these solicitous marketing gimmickry messages, if anybody has a sincere interest to figure out what it really takes to be successful, is constantly derailing and distracting them from the truth. So the real purpose of writing this book was to demystify the truth, clear the clutter, and bring people back to the truth of what it really takes to earn success. And the first thing is, there is no silver bullet, there is no magic pill, and for God's sakes, people, there is no frickin' secret. That's been buried for 2,000 years by some covert society, only released recently for worldwide revelation. So you can sit on your couch and just imagine checks coming into your mailbox. Are you kidding me?